Okay, so you hear me talk, you hear you talk, and I'm gonna say, God said, this happened, this happened, this happened. And I'm gonna rattle off in a little interview 5 to 15 stories. And you're like, wow, you're so spiritual. No, that's 20 years. So here's how I would put it, okay? If the average Christian goes to church 4 times a week to 6 times a week, so let's just say it's 4, okay? The lukewarm Christian goes to church twice a year, Christmas and Easter, okay? So if the average Christian goes 4, the lukewarm goes 2, and someone daily encounters every day, I would say on average, I probably hear from God, really encounter God once every 15 days, once every 2 weeks, twice a month, is I would say like I have beautiful God encounters, okay? Like I hear his voice, I encounter him, I'm weeping, I'm crying, I know he's there. But when I encounter God, like I could run through walls, like give me a sword, give me a tool, let's go. And so, but you hear me talk and you think it's every day. It's not every day, but I do it every day. And then twice a month-ish, like I just went on a 40-day fast and I probably heard from God every other day on the 40-day fast. Like it was wild how much I heard from God. I'm just saying in general, okay? So you start stacking those up. That means this: if you have to hear from God every 15 encounters and you go to church twice a year, that means you're years before you hear God. If you go to church once a month, it's years before you're encountering God. And if you're encountering God every day, you don't get to choose the supernatural encounters. You're choosing the daily encounters, but he starts showing up. And then you start stacking these God encounters. You start building your faith. And then all of a sudden, like you're not the same person you were, because it's not years before you hear God, encounter God, get filled up by God. You're encountering him on a regular basis. You become a spiritual beast. You're a giant. You become a spiritual leader because you're filling yourself, encountering with God on a regular basis. Then it changes the church too. Because like people ask all the time, like, what's the secret of mercy culture? I'm like, you got thousands of people daily encountering. They're not encountering God when they go to church. They're encountering God every day. So when we show up together, it's like electric lightning, spiritual bombs going off because so many people don't have to be filled up because they've been filled up.
That's so good. That's incredible. Thank you for speaking that, because a lot of times even people like myself, I mean anybody who will listen to a spiritual leader and hear them mentioning their encounters with, and you almost feel like every day this is happening, and then for most of us that is not the case, and you providing clarity on that the whole stacking part is so beautiful and so powerful.